Yeah, you already know who it is. Your boy Mysonne. Shout out to everybody watching. I just wanted to commend everybody that played in that Straight Outta Compton movie. Dope movie. Shout out to my boy Compton Menace. He did his thing. Shout out to everybody. It was a well orchestrated movie. Everybody did their thing in the movie. But the one part that touched home for me was Easy-E being in that booth for the first time. You know, he walked in that booth and you can see he was nervous. He didn't even know what he was doing. And it made me reflect on my first time that I was in the booth. Shout out to my boy Lacey. You know, he had a group. I forgot his partner's name, but Lacey lived right down the block from me, and I used to kick my rhymes to him, and he's like, yo, you dope, we gotta go to the studio. And older dude from the block, like one of the OGs, my man Big Dex, had the studio in his crib. And he took me up to Dex's house, and I remember I had my little notebook, and I was shaking. I was trying to remember the rhymes, and I'm reading it off it, so it sounds like I'm reading it, and I'm doing it over and over. I'm nervous, but they kept encouraging me, like, yo, you dope, son. Like, the lyrics is dope, you just gotta get it. And I remember doing it a bunch of times, sweating, stuttering, saying my fault, I had to get out, air out, because we was in a little closet, so it's dumb hot. And I got to air out, go back and forth in it until I finally got it right. And then after I finished, listening to my voice, I was like, yo, I got the worst voice ever. And he was like, nah, your voice is dope. But to me, it just sounded like, ew, you never believe that's your voice after you first hear it. So, you know, it just made me reflect on that. I want to shout out again to everybody from Straight Outta Compton, dope movie. Shout out to my boy Lacey for encouraging me, rooting me on. Shout out to Dex for also encouraging me, having me in there, man. It's nothing like that feeling when you first get in the booth until when you first get on the stage. Those are the only two things that compare to that. The adrenaline rush, you want everything to be dope. You're nervous, but once you get into it and you start getting that feel, it's over. Cameron's calling. Peace.